Hi everyone, Steph here. Thank you so much for stopping by. I want to share with you a project that I made. I'm so excited about it because um, it's the first time I've made anything like this, and plus I have a small tutorial at the end to show you how I made them. So I've been thinking of ways to use these straws that my friend Janelle gave me, and you can see I used quite a few of them already. So I'm not done with them yet. I probably will use them the way how I see most of you girls use them, like on cards and stuff like that. So I've used my straws again, and I've used these Easter stickers that I got locally. I shared these already in my last videos, and you can see I'm really getting them used. So what I did is I created some Easter rabbit picks. I'm assuming you call them picks. You could put them in your Easter baskets. That would be fun. You could put them, I know some of you have created Easter trees. Maybe you could put them in your Easter tree base or something like that. Or you don't even have to put them on the straws. You could create them and just have them, like I said, either the baskets, your table, or whatever Easter decor that you have created. So I'm going to share with you, this is the first one I made. Isn't she so super cute? Oh my god, I love it. So like I said, I created it with felt. Now I don't have any of the dies to cut this out, so I did it all by hand, and like I said, you'll find how I do it in a tutorial, and it was quite easy, and it was very relaxing as well. You know, I did them while watching videos, and also, you know, I was watching some TV shows. So I gave her facial features using Copics, and I did it by hand. I was so surprised myself that I did it. And these are pom-pom trims that I have here for her tail. So these are the stickers that I used. What I did, I adhered them to felt, and then I glued them to her. You could use hot glue or fabric tack glue. And so here's my straw, and I put the straw inside, so it's quite clean in the back. And look guys, I actually sewed. I know you can't see it on this white one, but I'll show you on the others. So this is the first one. This is a smaller one, and this is a larger one, if you could see there. So here you could see that sewing stitch. So I did it in this blue aqua type, and this is the pom-pom trim, but if you notice, it's different. So this is a large pom-pom trim, and these are the smaller one that comes that you get. I just cut a piece off and I rolled it like you would do rolled flowers, and I adhere it there. So that's that one. And this one is so pretty. It's white and brown. It's a real dark chocolate brown, and I found little ribbons to coordinate with the color that I have around there, and the pom-pom trims. So that one, this is the one that's in the tutorial. I had to do it in the gray so you could actually see how I did the stitch in the tutorial. So that's there. And then you have this one here, and the last one. So I really love the colors that I have here going, and like I said, I will share with you the tutorial how I did it manually. Of course, having a die would make it much easier, but again, doing it by hand, it wasn't all that hard at all. It was quite relaxing. I was totally surprised for someone like me who really don't like sewing. So guys, please stick around for the tutorial. If you make them, please comment, share them with me, share them with your friends, and let me see what you have created. I'm also on Facebook if you'd like to share it there if you don't do videos. So guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Please comment, like the video if you do, and thank you all for subscribing. I will see you in the next video. Take care guys. Here comes the tutorial. Okay guys, so like I've mentioned, I don't have a bunny rabbit die. If you have a die, sweet, that's, you know, much easier, but again, doing it the manual way still isn't that hard. So what I did, I went online and I googled bunny rabbit images, and I pick an easy silhouette. I copy and paste it in Word, and I size it to what I wanted, and I did 2 test run, and I have here 2 bunny rabbit, a small and a large, because I wanted to see what size was easy to work with, and they were both easy. So instead of just having it on copy paper, I adhere it after printing, I adhere my paper to cardboard, just a regular piece of cardboard, or you could even use I think cereal box, and then I cut it out. Why? Is because you're going to trace them on your felt, and you want that pen or marker to have something to brace against. If it's just a plain copy paper, it's too thin and you won't, your point won't actually have something to brace. So I traced them on my felt, and I'm using the gray because it's easier for you to see the stitch that I'm going to be showing you. You want to double your felt. That way when you cut the two sides in one cut. I made the mistake of doing it one by one, and when I went to line up my two sides of the rabbit, it wasn't perfectly aligned. So having your two pieces of felt together to create one cut will have it as close to perfection as possible. So here I have my two pieces of felt. It was quite easy, and lining it up, and I'm going to do what I really don't like doing, and that's sewing. Now instead of using thread, because the thread was just too thin, you would probably have to double it up or triple it up. I use what my friend Teddy gave me, and it's the crochet yarn, and it's quite thin but thicker than regular thread, and I'll show you. So it's thin but not as thin as regular thread, so it was perfect. Now I'm not a seamstress. Like I said, I don't even like sewing, so I don't really know what you call the terms or whatever, but I strung my needle, and I have a long end and a short end here there. So on the long end I'm going to create just a simple knot. And now the stitch, I remember my mom showed me two types of stitch growing up. The running stitch, which is the basic one. I know the name of that. This second one, I don't know the name, so please forgive me, but I'm going to try my best to show you. So what I remember, I'm going to start at this end, because between the front leg and the hind leg, that's where we're going to insert our straw. I have to remember the angle of my camera. So I'm going to start at the hind leg. So I'm putting the needle through away from me, pulling, and then I am going to come back towards me and pushing the needle again away from me. Now you don't want to pull all the way to close the loop there, if you could see. So I am going to take the needle now and push it through that hole, that loop, but I'm pushing the needle towards me and then pull back. And that way I have my first stitch. I'm going to do it again. Eventually, it doesn't look like anything now, but you will see it eventually. So I'm coming towards me, pushing it through, away from me. Don't close the loop. Putting the needle towards me through the loop and back away. Again, towards me, away from me. Oops. Through the loop. Towards me, away from me, back towards me through the loop and away. That's the best way I know how to describe it. So towards me, away from me, don't close the loop yet, bringing it back towards me through the hole and away. I will show you in just a minute what we're looking at. You want to try and just space them out however you want. You don't really need a ruler, but you just want to have a good spacing, continuous space. And that way the stitch lies on top like that. I hope you could see that. Can you see that? So I will be right back when I am near the end, okay? Okay, so we're about almost finished. And I'm going to leave that open there. That open right there for my stuffing and to put the straw. Okay, so I'm going to use, I use the scraps. Okay, I usually stuff the air section first. So just take a tweezer, whatever you have, paintbrush, push it through there. Now I have a pointed tweezer that's very sharp, so I want to make sure that I don't push all the way through and make a hole in my bunny. You could use cotton, or what do you call it? The batten? Not sure what you call it, but I didn't have any of those, and I wasn't going to go to the store just to get cotton, so I decided I'm going to use the scraps of felt, and it worked. Now I'm just going to do a couple stitch on top of itself to close it off, because that's the only way I know how to close off a stitch. Like I said, I'm not a seamstress or anything, so I just do what makes sense to me. So I'm just doing it on top of each other so that it creates a knot, and then I'm gonna cut that off. And because I have security issues, I'm going to add just a little dab of the glue. And like I said, it's like fabric tack glue or silicone glue, and that will seal off that knot so it does not come loose. Okay, so I've gone ahead and put a little collar around her neck, and that's from these here that I got from Michael's. Yeah, they were from Michael's, and because I'm going with the purple. And then this for her tail, a friend of mine sent these to me. These are tiny pom-poms, so I cut a piece of the lilac there, and I just rolled it and hot glue it to her tail. Now we're going to put in the straw, and I'm using these straw here, and I'm going to use hot glue. Put in my straw and just give it a little squish there. Okay, so now because I don't like to see this, I will cover it up. I'm using some Easter stickers here. These are the eggs, and you can see I almost used up this pack. So what I did is I used scraps of felt, same color, and I am going, sorry guys, I am going to just put a little glue there and there, and that's the basic. I'm going to give her a bow, and I'm going to draw in facial features, and I'll be right back. So guys, there it is. I gave her facial features, the ear, which I use Copic, so ear, eye, whiskers, and a little mouth. I used a satin ribbon there, fashioned into a bow, and I just glued it with the fabric tack glue. And that's it. So guys, I hope this tutorial was quite clear for you. If not, please leave your questions below and I'll answer them the best I can and as quickly as I can. Thank you all so much for watching, and let me know what you think. And if you make it, please let me know so I could go and check out your work. I hope you guys enjoy your Easter holiday. Take care guys. Bye.